12 cars destroyed, a NASCAR legend calling him out on live TV, and his own teammates' crew chief saying he lost his mind. Bubba Wallace just had the worst day of his 2026 season, and he only has himself to blame. March 29, 2026. The Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway. If you know Martinsville, you know this track is tiny. It's a half-mile, flat, paperclip-shaped oval where cars run inches apart the entire race. There's no room to hide. Every bump, every shove, every little mistake gets noticed. And tempers, they run hotter here than just about anywhere else on the schedule. Bubba Wallace came into this race sitting third in the NASCAR Cup Series point standings. Third, that's a big deal. It means he had been one of the best and most consistent drivers in the entire sport for the first part of the season. He had 4 top 10 finishes in his first 5 races. Everything was trending in the right direction for the number 2323 Zilisch Racing Toyota team. All he had to do was keep it together, bring the car home clean, and protect that points position. But here's the thing, Wallace wasn't having a great day at Martinsville. His team couldn't quite get the car right. He started mid-pack in 15th and finished outside the top 10 in both Stage 1 and Stage 2. He was running around 17th when the final stage started. Not terrible, but not where he wanted to be. And that frustration was building. Just 2 laps before the big wreck, Carson Hocevar pushed Wallace 3 wide going into turn 1. Now at Martinsville, going 3 wide is aggressive. It's tight. And Wallace didn't like it one bit. He was already having a bad day, and Hocevar forcing him into a 3 wide situation just added more fuel to that fire. So on the very next restart, lap 325, Wallace lined up behind Hocevar's number 77 Chevrolet going into turn 3. And he didn't just give him a little tap. He drove hard into the back of Hocevar's car, a full-on shove. The first hit didn't spin Hocevar, the number 77 wiggled, but Hocevar held on. He kept his car straight. That should have been the end of it. Back off. Try again later. Move on. But Wallace wasn't done. Exiting the corner into turn 4, he gassed it up and drove into the left rear of Hocevar again. And this time, the hit sent the number 77 sideways. Hocevar's car slid across the entire track and blocked everything. There was nowhere for anyone behind them to go. And then the whole thing fell apart. Car after car slammed into the wreck. At Martinsville, when you're packed that tight and the track gets blocked, you have 0 time to react. The crash just kept growing. By the time the dust cleared, 12 cars were involved. 12. Nearly a quarter of the entire field was taken out in one single incident. And these weren't just unknown cars at the back of the pack. Chris Buescher got caught up in it. Zane Smith was collected. Erik Jones, a fan favorite, had his day ruined. Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, John Hunter Nemechek, Michael McDowell, Connor Zilisch. A massive chunk of the field got destroyed because of what happened between Wallace and Hocevar. Bubba Wallace's car was done. Terminal damage. That means the car was so broken it couldn't be fixed. His race was over. He finished 36th and the points hit was brutal. He dropped from 3rd all the way down to 11th in the standings. 8 spots gone in a single race. All that hard work from the first part of the season, a massive chunk of it wiped out in one moment. And Wallace knew it. After being checked and released from the infield care center, he spoke to Fox Sports reporter Jamie Little. "I misjudged," Wallace said. "I didn't appreciate the 3 wide into turn 1. I misjudged the center of the corner and didn't mean to turn him. What a frustrating day, man. Just wasn't the day we wanted. I hate it for our team, just frustration." He also said something else that stuck with people. "We can win Saturday in practice, just don't show up on Sunday." That tells you just how frustrated he was with the way the whole weekend went. But while Wallace was saying he misjudged it, the people watching the replay were telling a very different story. Up in the Fox Sports broadcast booth, broadcaster Mike Joy suggested right away that something suspicious had happened. Then Clint Bowyer jumped in and said, "I think you're exactly right, Mike. You were all over that one." When the replay finally showed on screen, Kevin Harvick, the NASCAR legend turned broadcaster, didn't hold back. Not even a little bit. Bubba Wallace just drove flat through the 77 car, Harvick said. Then he went even further. There's got to be more to that story because that right there, I would assume there was something that happened before that for that type of aggression. He was mad. And Bowyer backed him up with an even stronger statement. Yeah, it was definitely on purpose. That wasn't a big enough block to warrant that though. There was more to that story. I agree with you. Two former Cup Series champions watching the same replay and both agreeing it looked intentional. That's a huge deal. The criticism didn't stop there. On NASCAR's Inside the Race, Kyle Petty went in on Wallace too, and Petty made a really interesting point. He said that Hocevar tends to get blamed for a lot of things because of his aggressive reputation, but this time it wasn't Hocevar's fault at all. Hocevar is an easy target right now, Petty said. You almost wrecked Hocevar and everybody says, well, that's just Hocevar, he had that one coming. But in this case, I don't think Hocevar had this coming, man. Taking you 3 wide at Martinsville is not cause for what we're seeing right here on the screen. Then Petty dug even deeper. He talked about the pressure Wallace is feeling inside his own team. Remember, Wallace drives for 23XI Racing alongside Tyler Reddick. And Reddick, he's been on an absolute tear this season. Reddick became the first driver in history to win the first 3 Cup Series races of a season. He won 4 of the first 6 races. He's the points leader and the dominant force in the sport right now. And Petty thinks that's eating at Wallace. You race your teammates, Petty said. I don't give a rat's rear end what anybody says. You race your teammates. You want to be top of the heap, king of the hill in your own team. And I think there's some frustration and some pent-up anger in that when you get into it. Steve Ledhart, who was also on the show, pushed back a little. He said he thinks Wallace was just competing hard and misjudged how much gas he was giving it. That's just Martinsville, Ledhart said. You give him a shot because you're going to go to the left. Meanwhile, the Athletics' Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi were just as confused by the move. On the Teardown podcast, Gluck called it one of the more puzzling decisions we've seen all year. He pointed out that Wallace was only battling for around 15th place when he bulldozed Hocevar. Right after the wreck, Hocevar got on his team radio. I just tried not to run over him, Hocevar said. Got destroyed. That's frustrating. Then he apologized to his team. Think about that, the guy who got hit from behind twice and had his car wrecked was the one apologizing to his crew. His crew chief didn't hold back though. He told Hocevar exactly what he thought happened. You caught him sleeping. He left it open. Then he just ran over you. He lost his mind. That's Hocevar's own crew chief saying Wallace lost his mind on the racetrack. But here's what makes Hocevar look even better in all of this. After getting drilled from behind and having his car badly damaged, he stayed out on the track. His team made repairs and Hocevar kept racing. He finished 17th. Not great, but he brought the car home. Wallace's car. It was in the garage. Done.